so far. We are going to get the match underway. You're seeing it straight off the bat for the Shurikenonis. It's Gray X and JJ Hart. Meanwhile, or it's just Gray, sorry, and Epiphany and Sora for the WACK Esports side. The ball already finding its way deep into the blue. That's going to be Gray there, just looking to save off against the top crossbar. Is going to be able to. Also just going to be able to reverse into that ball on the follow-up. Not going to allow it to slip any further past. JJ looking to get this up the field. Is going to be able to get it off the backboard. And Gray setting up for it, but can't quite find the inside of the net. The corner not going to work out in his favor. It's going to roll straight back away. And that shot going to go in with no players in the backline for WACK Esports. And that is just going to be a clean-cut shot straight into an open net for Shurikenonis to take the first goal of the game 35 seconds in. All four players with a chance at the kickoff. It's going to be Epiphany up against JJ. Gray has this ball over in front of the net. Wants to try to play it slow, fake out that defender a bit, but Sora able to hold his ground. The ball coming straight back over towards mid, where Epiphany is waiting. Is able also to capitalize off of the miss of Gray, but just can't quite find an angle towards net. Cleared away by JJ, who's now looking to get it upfield himself, but Epiphany going to cut that play off at the head, demos the man, and Sora allowed to make an easy save out this ball, turning it back over into a counterattack for WACK Esports. JJ going to take the life of Epiphany himself. That's going to leave this ball contested over towards the midfield. Gray wants to play this up off of his own wall. Already seeing Sora looking to set this up over towards the left. Gray to follow. Does manage to force the 50, and the ball dropping back over in front of the net once again. JJ, a nice lob that actually might be on, but Epiphany going to deny. Taking it low now, has to try to score before Sora can get back, but able to get that full boost from the right corner. Sora going to be back in time to deny it. Epiphany reading that one off the wall, and actually that's a great breakaway. JJ looks for the clear and ends up pinching it into his own goal, trying to prevent Sora from getting anything in that position. Just tries to rush the ball away. Sora actually managing, I believe, also to get a bump onto him there, just adding even more difficulty into that clear. And the ball just will not find its way right of the net, and we're equalized up about 40 seconds away from halftime. Sora wants to play this back over to his teammate, and Epiphany looking to read out against Gray's follow through. It's going to go onto the wall. Gray looking to shoot this past, and it's actually JJ looking to stop against the aggression. Gray in the goal. Epiphany is going to manage to win against one. A 50 back over towards net. That's going to lob directly in front of the net, and Sora ain't going to miss it. It is a crisp little pass just straight off of this wall. Going to send it directly over, using all his boost to do so, and Gray just not able to commit to that ball in time to clear it away. So WACK Esports find their second of the match. They're going to take their first lead as well. They're up by 1. 15 seconds into the until the halftime. The ball finds its way lobbed back up mid. Gray stops. Does manage to force a 50, but it's back over into their own end yet again, and you're seeing JJ just looking to clear this out. Going to get this back over, and now bouncing over off the left corner. It's back over in front of the orange net, and oh my goodness, a little bit of an extra touch just to roll it along that goal line and deny any follow-through. Epiphany getting it over, sets up a double touch, can't quite find the net, and JJ gonna steal that one away before Sora can get his wheels on it. But the ball still staying over in orange side possession. A follow-through shot, oh my goodness, and JJ has to hang along the wall for just an extra second and deny that one. Gray coming through as well and forcing that ball away, and with Sora dead, JJ wants to play this up the field immediately. Manages to get it there fast, but can't quite find Gray, who just wants to keep this ball in offensive possession, and oh my goodness, it finds its way back down the field once again. JJ looking to play this one out. It's over. Sora trying to center this up, and he actually does. Epiphany comes through and connects onto that one, but unfortunately It's not going to manage to find the inside of the box. It's denied, but that one won't be Epiphany. And let's watch this one more time, committing on to this play. Epiphany picks this one up off of the wall. JJ tries to go through, but Epiphany had already just full committed to the aerial. He's just going to be there, and whether it's luck or skill, that ball finds its way in front of his hood and slams over the goal line for a 2-goal lead. Now with 83 seconds left on the clock, it's going to find its way over immediately, and he's able to get a double touch out of that, managing to get a second one as well, and Sora just narrowly missing the net, has to take that one all the way to the left, to the right, sorry, of goal. But Epiphany wants to play it out immediately, is going to get gifted the whole goal, but unfortunately the crossbar not working in his favor. Sora certainly is, though, as he follows through, and with still no defenders back to get this ball away, it is going to be an easy shot for Sora directly in front of that net. And now a 4-1 scoreline, a hat-trick lead for WACK Esports. Shuriken Onis looking gobsmacked right now over on their side of the pitch because this ball just can't seem to leave it. JJ does manage to get over in front of that initial touch, but they still need to find 3 goals here for the Shuriken Onis if they want any chance at fighting their way back into this first game. 40 seconds remaining, and right now it's just WACK looking to get this ball out of their end, not allow any further shots, and JJ tries to go forward to save that ball, and you could tell actually that Gray had gotten off of it, just fully believing in that save. And you can tell just that little bit of a flip lands him in an awkward position. He didn't quite know where to go with that ball directly over him, not able to adjust in time to save it. And it's just things like that, just those slight little decision-making mistakes that are happening constantly on Shuriken Onis and being forced by WACK Esports because their overwhelming pressure is just too much, because so far we've seen every single chance that Shuriken Onis has had to aggress their way up the field, try to get some shots, just turns immediately into a counterattack where if one of them's not back, that ball just seems to find the inside of the box. So with only 6 seconds to go, it's not looking like there's any realistic way, and now with the time ticking 0, there is no way. And you will see WACK Esports with a 6th right at the buzzer will take away game 1 in very convincing fashion. But for Shuriken Onis, they'll take this next 60 seconds, regroup, try to get themselves back into a winning mindset, and come back to try to steal away game number 2. All right, we had a little bit of miscommunication. They jumped into the match prematurely, but the first goal going to be scored. You'll see up in the top left, that was me trying to make them not start, but quick on the draw. They want to get back into it. I was trying to figure out if we were going to have to redo that first one, but now they have forfeit that opportunity. Shuriken Onis, if they do happen to lose this match, it will be on them for starting this match. But now you're going to be seeing it's already WACK Esports off to an early start. JJ looking to boom it back up the field. Epiphany wants to touch this off the wall, just straight back over to Sora. Gray trying to fight back into this corner. It's not quite going to work out for WACK Esports initially. They have to try to get their way back up. And they are going to find the ball over in front of the blue goal once again. It's not quite going to get away that easily. Gray finds himself dead along the goal line, and now, oh my goodness, it's just another forced save, and you can already see we're only 50 seconds in, and how much of this time has Shuriken spent on the back foot, just unable to get themselves back into it. They are finally getting this ball over into the orange end, and they are trying to get quite a few good shots on net. You can see they have been setting up some passing plays, but Sora so fast to just aggress that ball directly off his hood. Epiphany trying to line this up over in mid. It's going to find its way back over into the corner, and with a demo onto Epiphany, this ball does float down. A passing play goes, but with a double commit deep into the orange, a shot away from Sora is all it takes to get that ball over the back line and into the net. So a great little shot from him, taking full advantage of the open field. And now 90 seconds in, WACK takes their second goal. It's going to be back over off the left wall. It's going to be touched down into the right of this midfield, and Gray just waiting back, knows that Sora's coming through, but not going to be able to hit the save. And that will be a hat trick lead now for the WACK Esports side. Sora just keeping his cool, lands a shot towards net, and Gray just misjudging the distance. Will leads the ball, just rolling in over that line. Now Gray going to shoot this one immediately off the kickoff, try to play it upfield. It's going to be Epiphany to stop it, and now you're seeing Gray just wants to play this one past. It's a little bit of a back and forth affair, but neither team wanting to get over aggressive, especially WACK, since this ball is so close to their goal. You can just see how patiently they're willing to play this. Gray allowed to start to make a play happen, but immediately Epiphany just going to follow it through, booms it immediately back into the blue, and Sora already here to try to follow it through with a shot. It's not quite going to find the net, going its way left of goal, but this time it's WACK Esports leaving themselves open. A double commit deep into the orange, and this will, or deep into the blue, sorry, and this will not pay off because Gray, waiting patiently in the orange, receives that downfield pass and sinks it over the line. So now, with only 2 minutes 43 left to go, they have started to close that gap. The first of 3 found. Only 2 more needed for the Shuriken side to get back into this, but Sora trying to sink it in fast. Gray's there to deny. JJ already over in mid, trying to set up and just wait for this pass to come through. But it's going to go up into this corner. Back over to JJ, and now Gray just wants to try to slip this one past. JJ finding it back deep into their end, where Gray wants to try to slip that past into the net, and JJ now forced to fall back. The whiff making him go back to defend this goal line, and a lob over towards net, but not going to find the inside. Gray not going to be allowed to clear it away, though. And Epiphany just going to be rolling this one along that goal line, trying to keep it in play here over towards the net, and honestly just kill a little bit of time. There's only 100 seconds left in the game almost, and as long as they do not allow 2 goals to be scored, they're looking good to get up onto match point. It's now over off this backboard. Sora just going to hit it away quick over towards that right wall. But Gray getting this ball directly in front of net, wants to play it out. Going to be gifted it over towards this right orange, but Sora already looking to clear it away. It's actually Epiphany. They both had started towards it. Sora quick to get off and allow Epiphany to take the clear. It's already over towards this net, and Epiphany tries to slice it in, but Gray reads him out, denies the shot, but can't deny the follow through. Sora powerful in that corner, comes through to sink another one over the line and take the 3-goal lead back. "74 seconds left in the match, and so far it has just been once again another dominating showing out of the WACK Esports side. They are getting a lot more aggressive here on the Shuriken Onis, and just then it's going to be rewarded. You can see JJ, let's watch this one more time on the replay, takes Epiphany, immediately notices that he has a scoring opportunity. A nice read as well, just to redirect that ball past Sora, and he's going to be able to slip straight past and sink it over the line. So the 3-goal lead was regained, but just like that, it's been evaporated once again. However, only down to 2, so definitely still some pressure on the blue. It's going to be another follow-up shot. It just seems like every time the door starts to close, Sora and Epiphany just slam a stop in it and keep it just wedged even the slightest bit open, winning out in a narrow 50 along the goal line, doing everything they can along it to try and deny that shot, but 53 seconds, and it's looking like they are going to have to set up to play for game number 3. And it's a little bit unfortunate for them because you can see they've definitely had the time to start coming back alive. It's going to find its way over in front of the blue net. Obviously not going to be able to take that shot from the blue side, but just Epiphany again allowed to take this ball, dribble it all the way back up, and you can just see the issues that are happening over on the defense. They are saving these shots, but it's requiring both, if not one of them with the other not in the play, to get this ball out. And they already have somebody back waiting to get that ball straight back out of their end the moment it happens, WACK Esports, and it is just looking difficult, but they have time to try to fight back into it. It's a 2-0 situation, but you will see WACK Esports going up 2-0 and trying to get themselves a clean sweep into week number 3. A dominating showing to get up to 2-0. The Shuriken Onis looking to reverse sweep if they want any chance to get up to an equalized scoreline at the end of week 1. Gray is going to manage to win out the kickoff, keeping it over in their end, but the double commit not going to work out for them off the goal. It's a little bit of a risk to go for that play, and you can definitely see why now. I mean, JJ, no boost over in front of this net. Yes, they do get it over in front of the orange net, but you have to remember the defenders were the ones in possession, and now it looks like it's absolutely opened up because Gray waits over in the midfield, knows that that situation has gone poorly, and he just goes for the demo. And what a smart play coming out from him. Really, the only realistic way to take advantage of that situation, and you could see Sora had already been committed into the blue with perfect knowledge of that. It's just a done and dusted commitment, but WACK definitely seeing that he's going for that play a lot more. And for Gray, unfortunately, if you are going to be going for the stop and wait over in mid, it does make you an easy target to see. It's pretty nice. It's pretty easy to see the nameplate that's not moving, and Sora just going to take advantage of yet another opening into the blue. And oh my goodness, just like that, every time this door starts to close once again, this time the door's closed on them, and they barrel their way into it, opening it right back up. JJ and Epiphany meet in the mid. Gray actually, with boost, has a very good opportunity to play at this, but you can tell he's worried about the demo there. Delays himself just a second, and that gives Sora and Epiphany time to get back, regroup, get in front of this. And Sora now forced to clear it away. He will, sends it low, up to Gray, going high on it, and actually an opportunity for an aerial double touch, but not gonna hit it. Does force Epiphany off the ball, and Sora having to go up for that save. Oh my goodness, just able to get back in time to hit a bicycle and save himself from that goal slipping just past him. Epiphany knows that this is a dangerous situation, wants to go up and hit it away. It's gonna be a team bump coming out as Sora has the same idea, but luckily for them, this ball does slow down just enough for them to regroup. Gray wants to try to take advantage of an open net, but Sora back in time, managing to jump out in front of that one. And now JJ just wants to play it out. The lob comes through, flicks it back over towards mid Epiphany, and Sora trying to get that final touch, but just can't quite find the net. We're about 2 minutes expired. You're already seeing it is a tied game. We definitely are used to seeing WACK in a stronger position at this point, so suggesting maybe that Shuriken Onis have found a way to maybe put a stop to the bloodshed. They've definitely been doing a good job of keeping that ball more into the orange this game. They've been pressuring, keeping themselves glued to those cars, glued to that ball, and shot after shot on net once again, just high. And it does open up a counterattack, but able to maintain possession here. Quickly changing back. Gray, though, can't change back in time for that shot as Sora coming straight by, and initially that's not a shot you're really worried about going into the net, but Gray just not expecting it, just has his back to the ball. I mean, you don't really expect them to come out of nowhere into your corner and slip one right along the goal line, but it happens nonetheless, and WACK finally able to get their lead. They're thinking, took us a lot longer, but we're definitely still looking to close it out here. Sora trying to finish it off with a second goal into the lead, but the overconfidence costs them maybe, and it will. JJ able to take that ball all the way back up the midline and just drops it off in front of that net. You could tell Sora trying desperately to get there and does manage to get a touch on it, but good positioning out of Shuriken Onis to deny that door from being closed on them once again. And Gray actually setting up, and oh my goodness, it's just high of net on twice. Oh my goodness, both of those shots, such a good job at getting them open. But once again, WACK Esports just proving to be, I don't even know what you call it, lucky, I guess, on that one. able to quickly turn that into a counter goal, and the Shuriken Oni is going to be kicking themselves for that one. It is an unfortunate goal to allow past, but there are still 124 seconds to play with. A team bump coming through, and that is not what you want to see if you're a blue side supporter. Sora comes through to try and slip it past into the goal, is not going to be allowed to, and actually JJ maintains possession, and oh my goodness, Gray does manage to hit a high shot, but can't quite find the inside of the net. It's gonna go right over to Epiphany off of Sora's pass, and that will sink it in to the net for a 2-goal lead. 100 seconds expired, and that is, or 100 seconds to expire, sorry, as we are going to see whether or not the blue side can get themselves 2 in a row and close this gap once again. JJ goes for a flick over to the right of goal. Epiphany playing that one patiently, just waiting in there, waiting to see if that ball is going to float over their way. It does, but how unfortunate for JJ, but managing to get back just in time. Grabs just enough boost to speed his way into that ball and narrowly avoids giving up a 3-goal lead. It's back over into the orange. A team bump coming out for WACK this time, and does allow a shot to slip past, and JJ taking perfect advantage of that exact situation. A rare miss coming through, and actually that team bump does ultimately be the thing that is causing that goal to happen just then. That was an awful sentence. But you could definitely see JJ, the moment that bump happens, he turns, gets to that ball, and hits it directly towards that net, and his gamble pays off. But this gamble seems not to be, as Epiphany allowed once again to take an uncontested shot at goal. Gray just can't get that ball away from him in the midfield, and the JJ had already gone over to the right side of blue. So the 2-goal lead found back once again, and it's just heartbreaking to see for the blue, because every single time they seem to have an opening, it seems to slip away. However, WACK Esports getting a little bit anxious. They try to go for a fake kickoff and end up centering it directly in front of their goal. Definitely a risky strat, but it does pay off. They maintain possession. Gray wants to play this one away, ends up centering it, a little bit risky. Gets the follow-up touch, though, before anything dangerous can happen. And they're just looking to play this one over to a center immediately. JJ goes up to meet, does manage to steal that one back over towards the orange goal, but Sora so fast back up onto the wall, pinching it off and just flicking it over off the top wall, and JJ, oh, he tries to go and get it away, and he's going to be successful. Backflip into it, but with only 15 seconds to go, it needs to be a boomer into the goal right now, and it's not gonna find the net. It's over off the corner. Epiphany, oh my goodness, he doesn't deny it. And let's watch this one more time. Was he moving? He stops, moves forward to try and deny it, ends up scoring it on himself. And Shuriken, they have a crack of light in the darkness. 6 seconds, they need a kickoff goal. Gray allowed the ball, but it's going to find its way into an uncontested goal once again. And Sora, poetic justice to get yet another 2-goal lead right as the clock's about to expire. And Shuriken Onis, they've shown a lot of potential in this game, but ultimately seems like they just need to tighten up their rotations, tighten up that accuracy, but they could definitely be a tough thing to watch out for as we progress into the season. But that will close out to this match. WACK Esports coming away with a 3-0 victory, and they sweep away their Week 2 match to get a 1-1 scoreline heading in to week number 3.